Peter Von Panda here. I hope all my pan dudes and pandettes are doing all right. Hey, did a little horse trading and got myself this Spinnaker watch here and just wanted to show it to you because Spinnaker's on something of a tear at the moment and they have some awesome looking watches. Now, I know what you're saying. Pete, this is the limited edition Amalfi 49er watch. Well, this is not. It's actually, you can see just kind of the regular version here. And it's the SP-5049, so it's the same design as the 49er limited edition watch, but this is not. It'll look exactly the same from this end, right, from the front here. And if you like it, I would definitely encourage you to pick it up, especially in the limited edition, because the reserve system, or the reservation system, is online right now, and it's going to close here pretty soon on June 9th, I think, or maybe even a little earlier. So if you want one of the 49er class limited edition watches, which is going to be limited, I think, to like 250 pieces. Now, I'm not sure if that's 250 of each color design or 250 total, but either way, it's not a lot, especially for a limited edition watch. So if you want something that's limited edition and pretty cool, and at a price point that I think is a real value, $340 retail for the limited edition, and I think if you book it on the Spinnaker-watches.com website, I think you get like 25% off that one if they can confirm that you reserved it in time. So anyway, go there, check it out, reserve it. If you can use the PVP code, try that. It's PVP30, which generally should get you 30% off Spinnaker watches. But try it on any watch you're buying. But if you can use it on limited edition, great. I use it. That's how I get good pricing on my Spinnakers. But I wanted to show you this. I didn't want to make it a real in-depth review. I showed you some of the functions and how this works on another video, and actually 2 other videos. So check that out if you really want to see how this Seiko-based, I believe it's a Seiko-based chronograph quartz movement works. It's awesome. There's tons of stuff here. I'll give you the little tour. But more than anything, I just kind of wanted to show you this color combination so that if you're looking at this watch or the limited edition, which would be in the same form factor and color style, that you know what you're getting. Because, buying watches on pictures, the glamour shots are always, they're not necessarily misleading, but it's hard to really tell detail. So first of all, it's on a white silicon band here, really soft. I mean, the silicon just feels super. It feels super duper. Fluted here, so it breathes a little bit. It's designed to fit right against the case there, no gaps. You can see it drops down very quickly because this is a fairly large watch. I think a 48, almost 50 millimeter watch. So you kind of need that aggressive curves on the band to make it fit well. Spinnaker buckle right there, also very nice and brushed steel. And you can see there, fits me great. Now, I do have a little bit of a chubbier wrist, 7.5 inches is what I generally wear. Let me pull up my sweater sleeve here so you can kind of get it. What it looks like in the wild, and this is what I'm getting a little fuzz on everything, but this is what it looks like, and God, that is a good looking watch, man. This white and blue, I mean this like anodized kind of navy blue on the bezel, I think looks fantastic. Now again, like I said, I have a little bit bigger wrist, but this doesn't seem like a huge watch. In fact, probably the biggest and bulkiest looking part of it is the band. Man, my sweater is just coming apart. Cheap ass sweater. And I love this. If you don't like the white, maybe that's a little too modern and tennis style for you. I mean, you could put a different band on there, I'm sure. I think it's just a spring bar. But God, it's a good looking watch. I mean, of all the Spinnaker watches, I gotta say, this design just has my number. I just love it. Polished edge here, but brushed finishes. I mean, the machining is absolutely fantastic. I love that they've kind of done this anodized colored, off-colored pusher up top here. And this is kind of the, your main pusher. You start your countdown timer, so it's as a yachting timer, to know how much time you have before the race starts. That's where this TMR, the timer, comes into place. Because you can set different countdowns. But you can also, they have some presets, 5, 6, and a 10 minute, which you'll be able to set the countdown manually up here. But if you go to the 5, 6, or 10 minutes, it'll automatically go to this 5, 6, or 10 minute and start counting down. What'll also happen here is the second hand, which on this watch is yellow. I just love all the colors. It's such a colorful watch. It's such a colorful style of watch. And on top of that, they just do a great job of marrying up the colors. You know, watches that are really colorful can easily start looking like clown watches, but every color combination that they've done on this, whether it's the black, the blue, the white here, the green, which I showed you, just phenomenal. I love it. I love it. And I don't care if you don't love it, because I do. But the chronograph, the second hand, which looks like the second hand, this long, slender yellow hand here, will also count down on this big dial to mimic the smaller dial. But it also works just like a regular chronograph and stopwatch. And it obviously has a tachymeter all the way around there. So just beautiful. Really steep outer bezel, really fine markings all the way around. You know, that tachymeter function. And as you can see, the red, the orange, and the blue here are mimicked by the red, the orange, and the blue there. So the chronograph hand and the big dial kind of mimic that small dial, so you can easily see what's going on. Second subset dial, seconds hand there. And then you've got, you know, the arrow here will show you which mode you're on: time, timer, any of the presets, the chronograph, and then the alarm as well. You have a date window down here at 4 o'clock and a little round window. I like that it's not framed out, and I also like that the date wheel itself is color matched to the dial, so it kind of blends in. Now you can see there's a little bit of a texturing on the dial, a little wave, which is just certainly wave pattern, which certainly makes sense for a nautical themed watch. I just love it. I love that the dial is so multi-leveled. You can see there that, you know, these pieces, these frames for the mode, and that the top subdial there are kind of bolted on frames. The Spinnaker logo and the outer chapter ring here with the hour pips is also on a separate level, so it just kind of gives it a cool three-dimensional, really deep, really solid, really robust look, and I just find it phenomenal. Like I said, you know, if this were in automatic movement, you wouldn't get nearly as many functions. You know, you could probably get a flyback chronograph, but you wouldn't get all of the functions. And it's really cool, even the countdown timer, when it gets to the last few seconds, it goes beep, 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 beep. Or maybe it's a little less voice cracky than that. But it's really cool. I mean, it's definitely usable. So if you're a boater, you know, check it out. The other thing that I really love, man, the bezel, and I've kind of pointed it out here, is that all of these markings are etched into the bezel. They're all reliefed in there. I can get my fingernail in there, you know. So anywhere you see like this silver printing, those are really cut into the bezel, and it's great. And it kind of looks like a little spun, you know, anodized. You can see just a little bit of kind of ring texture around the bezel. God, it just looks fantastic. I love this color combo. You know, I love the blue one too. I'm working my tail off to get my hands on one of the blue versions here to show you that. It won't be in the limited edition because they're limited and hard to get. But at least I will be able to give you a little bit of a preview so that you know what these are going to look like in your hand and on your wrist. In the hands here, nice and wide. This is a very patriotic theme. The red, white, and blue there. Just phenomenal. Just a beautiful, beautiful watch. I've got to say, you know, I've had some Spinnakers. You've seen them on my channel. I really like them. I've given away a couple of them here. But I'm holding on to some of them because I just really like them too. The only one I haven't checked out in person is the Spinnaker that I really, really want to, is the Spinnaker Overboard. God, that is a beautiful watch. It's an automatic movement. I'm going to try to see if I can maybe pry some money out of my bank account to get one of those. See if someone will loan it to me. And if you want to see that sooner, check out my Patreon page and help me make that happen. Small YouTube channels don't have the funding that, you know, SS Sniper Wolf does. Let's just put it that way. So anyway, this is the Spinnaker SP-5049, which is designed for the 49er class in the limited edition, but they're going to come out with a non-limited version, I think, is my understanding, like this. So you can at least get this style. But if, like I said, I kind of think that this watch is going to be the same price as the limited edition, or at least I don't think a limited edition is overpriced at all. You know, a lot of watches have a $600 version and then a $1,500 version that's limited edition. And it's exact same, just with the with a placard on it or something. So I'm just really impressed with this, and I think you should check out spinnaker-watches.com and pick up one of those limited editions if you want. $340. You know the Panda likes limited edition watches. I've got a number of them, and you know, usually you pay a hefty premium and a price to get them. And so I think if you want something that's going to be pretty unique, this is a great opportunity to get it. Spinnaker has been just a whiz bang company, you know, kind of young, but man, they're doing it right. So bless them for that. And, you know, celebrate. You know, this Memorial Day, I'm going to wear this one, a little red, white, and blue. Thanks to all the servicemen and women out there who sacrificed for us. All right? Stay safe out there. Peter Von Panda, out.